Um, I was scared to death. I had no idea what I was going to do financially because I had started my first business when I left the Walgreens Corporation and went through, all that we had in savings and whatnot to get that to a sustainable level. Um, so I received my last check from the accounting firm that I was working with at the end of February 28th, and I was just so ridden with anxiety and self doubt and didn't know what the next steps looked like for my life. And that following week, the assistant superintendent from the charter school called me again and said, "Hey, we loved the work that you did with us in the fall, and we would love to have you consider working for us full time." So literally the next day, I found myself in a boardroom in Oklahoma City with the co-founders and the superintendents explaining why I was the best fit for their organization. And during the course of that interview, they actually offered me a job on the spot, and it was really half of what I had been making, and was just not going to sustain us, at the end of the day. And even though I had no money coming in, no job prospects. I mean, I was literally just on the heels of receiving my last check. I actually turned that offer down, and I'm driving back to the Tulsa area from Oklahoma City. Like, how am I going to tell my wife that I just received my final check and I was offered something today, and I felt like I was being led to turn it down. And the next day, the assistant superintendent called me and said, "Hey, we thought a lot about our conversation yesterday. We loved what you had to share, and we're willing to pay you what you asked for."
That is
And
awesome.
that's a testimony of just listening and being faith filled and walking alongside God. And I've experienced that in multiple times in my life. And I think the older I get, the more I've learned to trust that in the moment, how God has proven himself faithful when in the moment it doesn't make sense.